Hi everyone, and welcome to your weekly Pick a Card Tarot readings for the week of July 15th. If we haven't met, my name is Sydney, I'm the tarot guy next door, and I use my occult knowledge and intuition to help guide you towards the life you want. If you have a question you want to ask the cards, you'll find information on how to get a private reading below. I also live stream on TikTok on Friday mornings at 8 a.m. Eastern, you should check it out. I'll be doing 5 card open readings, and here are the decks that I have for you. We have the Tarot of Symbolic Worth with Red Jasper, the Classic Rider-Waite-Smith with Sunstone, and the Tarot of the Divine with Dangling Jade. We also have 4 different oracle cards to choose from 4 different decks. So go ahead and pick which tarot deck and which oracle card resonate with you the most. It's totally fine if you're drawn to more than one. And as always, you can pause this video if you need more time. As always with collective readings, take what resonates with you and leave aside what doesn't. If you want to jump straight to your reading, you'll find timestamps below. And with that, let's go right to the readings. All right, group 1, let's see what we have for you for this week. Okay. And that is the Hermit at the bottom of the deck. Let me just make sure. Well, I'll make sure in a couple seconds that the pyramid placement is correct. I'm pretty confident. I'm anticipating it's a little crooked this way, but within reason. That's my call. Ooh, okay, it's a little too crooked, so hey, I was directionally right. Much better. All right, I'll see you right now. Group 1, there are a couple factors to consider in how I am interpreting these cards right now. The Hierophant / Pope has been coming up a lot for me recently. What recently means for me doesn't really matter, but that is influencing how I'm reading it. And also, I'm pretty sure I gave a similar reading to what I'm about to give with probably the Marseille deck. And I'm pretty sure the star was in this position at the time too. So yeah, the vibe of this message, it's like Stacy. Proverbial Stacy playing video games in her mom's basement, and her mom is saying, "Hey Stacy, it's time for supper," and Stacy is like, "Oh, I want to finish this level before I go up to eat." That kind of thing. Now, actually, I'll clarify. So obviously, it should be clear who the mother and who Stacy is in this metaphor. We all have the entire deck inside of us. Any card can be any gender, but the vibe is the tradition / mentorship, which is in the middle of the reading, and the star being the one of the cards that I read the most differently in Marseille / versus the Rider-Waite-Smith tradition. So the nakedness and looseness of this energy is what comes through here. So when we have the 2 and 3, the progression of the swords, we also have the 3 representing the blooming and flourishing after a decision. We also have the emotional maturity represented in the 8 of Cups here. All of this points to the advice that I gave the star card last time I read this way, which is, I understand how fun it is to dance naked in the woods and all that shit. But if you want to actually get what you want, this is the 8 of Cups, not the 9, but the vibe is the same. There's an emotional maturity after a decision that leads to intellectual flourishing, basically. But still the beginning. This is a 3. But to finish the sentence that I started, crap, I forgot the beginning of the sentence that I started. So I guess I'm just going to say, as much fun as it is to play naked in the woods, if you want to dance naked in the woods, if you want things in your life, you're going to have to do things to get them. And that involves the boring, shitty things. You know, you got to chop wood and carry water. That is something that you just have to do. It's inescapable. And if you try to escape it, it shows up in more insidious ways. I speak from experience, unfortunately, you know? Because there's wisdom on the other side of this, you know? It's like the star chick's back is to the hermit, but in another sense, the Hermit is kind of on the other side of the the Eight of Cups. That's probably because of the setup here. That's probably why I'm interpreting it as a 9, because of the scales here in the middle of it. But yeah, and I've been spending a lot of time talking to Stacy here, or Jennifer. I think it was Stacy that I named her. But anyway, to Stacy playing video games in the basement. You know, her proverbial mom in the form of the Pope here. You know, calling her up from the video game to eat supper and do the things that are necessary in order to continue living on this planet, in these societies. Those are the two main characters of this. And even though I've spent all of this time speaking to Stacy here, if you're Stacy's mom, I understand how difficult that it is to get through to people like that, but it's really a question of making them understand how their short-term needs are kind of kibashing their long-term needs if they keep giving in to them. Social media algorithms in general run on this very function. And no, I'm not complaining about it, because there's a good chance that's how you ended up watching this right now. So it is something that you can, use, but that using the shitty parts of life, shitty compared to playing video games in the basement, it involves coming to terms with the shitty parts, and then once you stop resenting them, that's when they can be the tools that they always were. Swords are tools. They're dangerous tools, but they're tools. Honestly, I don't know why I have that feeling, but I have the feeling that I've left it on the table and that there's nothing more to say. So I'm just going to abruptly stop there. Thank you very much for watching. If you liked your reading, please give this video a like, and you can use the timestamps in the description below to jump to your Oracle card reading. I'll see you there. Stacy. Haha. All right, group 2, let's see what we have for you for this week. I'm going to throw down all 5 cards. Double 4s, okay. Only 2 reverse cards, including the bottom of the deck, so I guess 1 + 1. Ooh, yeah. There we go. That should be better. Yeah, that'll do. All right, I'll see you right now. Group 2, this is a really interesting mix of energies. I'd say that the central theme of this message is one of collaboration with people and finding a compromise. Now, that seems a bit funny with the Page of Cups in the middle here, but we'll get to that. I'm not sure if the major transformation implied in the Death card is on an individual basis or on a collective basis. Given this message as a whole, I would tend to interpret this as a collective transformation that you are a unique participator to. And the thing that made me lead with the central theme of compromise and coming to terms with people that you're collaborating with. First of all, we have the double 4s here. So there's a very strong sense of structure. The upright 4 is the 4 of Swords. So there's rest and recuperation isn't the way I'm reading it right now. I'm reading this more as getting your thoughts in order. So obviously, you can't get your thoughts in order when you're in the middle of the fray. So in that regard, it does make sense. But the thing that made the reading snap into place with me is when I looked at the background, the color backgrounds, and the only reverse cards in the reading are yellow backgrounds, and we have this gray background line in the middle here. And between a black background and an inverted yellow black background. So the theme, that's what's making me come to the theme of collaboration, because there's a serenity involved in this middle column, even though the Page of Cups is in the middle here. Actually, let's talk about him more. So the Page of Cups, I often I often read him as vulnerably sharing that weird thing that you like with the world. That's usually like the general flavor of it, and the way that it plays into this, because we have a unique individual who just wants to be himself, who just wants to talk to the little fish in his cup, you know? That's all he wants. But there are other people involved in this. And when you are collaborating with people, agreeing on the right thing to do might be difficult. It's not always easy. And that is part of what made the yellow backgrounds, the joyful celebration of the Four of Wands. That's this card in particular, but the yellow backgrounds in general have this, specifically in the Rider-Waite Classic deck, have meaning to them, you know? So what the Four of Wands Strength Reversed cards are saying, Strength Reversed underpinning the entire thing at the bottom of the deck, is that, you know, the party, I don't win until everyone wins. I think that is the, I think that's the invitation to of this reading here. Like, I get that you want to do your thing, you want to talk to your fish, but everyone has their fish in their cup. And you have to do something together, and we're going through a major collective effort here. So you got to put your thoughts in order so that you can get to the party. The reversal is a delay here. And the Strength Reversed, actually, believe it or not, I didn't pay much attention to what each individual card brings to the reading, but I would say that the Strength Reversed underpinning the entire reading is, it's either an excess or a lack. So, because this is a collective reading, I have to cover both. Some of you might need to assert your boundaries because you've been letting other people walk all over you. You can't get to the party if you're not there, you know? While others need to realize that it's not just about you. Yeah, I get that your fish is cool and all, but other people have their fish too. So if you want to just, you know, jam your fish into everyone's cup, that's one way to do it, I guess. But how much of a party are you going to have after? If everyone's talking to your fish, it's good for you, but what about everyone else, you know? So that's kind of the invitation that is coming from the Strength Reverse for the other part of people. So all in all, it's really a question of having respect for your own perspective, but also having respect for others, because this is a major thing that's happening. Whatever it is, again, whether it's individual or collective, it doesn't really matter. It's probably clear to you, you know. So yeah, I guess that's all I have to say. So I'm going to wrap it there. Thank you very much for watching. If you liked your reading, please give this video a like, and you can use the timestamps in the description below to jump to your Oracle card reading. I'll see you there. All right, group 3, let's see what we have for you for this week. I will name all the cards. So we have, this is the Queen of Wands reversed. I'm pointing it more this way than I think I should, because the other two are more, anyway, we have, this is the King of Cups reversed. This is the Eight of Coins reversed. This is Strength. And this is the Seven of Wands. And this is the Lovers in the middle of the deck. Okay, cool. So let me just, it'd be funny if it was crooked this way anyway. Let me, yeah. Okay, give me a second. That'll do. All right. I don't care even if it's crooked the other way. All right, I'll see you right now. Group 3, if I end up having spent more time talking about how your reading is oriented than I do actually delivering your message, I apologize, because this is really simple. This is stay the course. That's really the best way to summarize all of this. It doesn't even matter to me if the Queen of Cups and the Queen of Wands and King of Cups reversed are the same person or different people. It really doesn't matter. When we have the high ground slash defending your position of the Seven of Wands in the middle of the whole thing, and the only upright cards in the whole thing are Strength, the Seven of Swords and Strength, with the Lovers, so 2+1 at the bottom of the deck here. That is what is making me interpret this Eight of Coins reversed as a delay of, yeah, the grind never stops. I feel like I say this every fucking week to someone, but it's true, and it's definitely true for you, Group 3. And it's a reminder to stay strong in the midst of all this, of this apparent never-ending grind, and to trust that there is, I'm reading the Lovers as timing here. Yeah, given the rest of this reading, I seriously doubt it means romantic love. Although some of you may be working at your relationship, so yeah, maybe that's the central theme. But coming back to the reading in the abstract here, I'm reading the Lovers as timing. So it's really a question of doing the right things long enough consistently, knowing that you have the high ground, knowing that you have the strength, knowing that it's not necessarily you. The Queen of Wands reverse, I'm reading as lack of confidence. Queen of Cups reverse, I'm reading as lack of emotional mastery. Again, it doesn't matter if it's the same person or if it's two different people. The pentacles still need to get hammered out, you know? And again, it is by just relaxing. Oh boy, I'm sorry. When I'm nervous, I made myself upset just now. Yeah, but regardless, it's a question of just knowing, trusting the process and trusting yourself. Those are the best ways to remain confident and remain emotionally stable while you're hammering out pentacles endlessly without any certainty that you'll even get the results that you want. You know, you really have to trust that you are capable of doing it. And that's why you're being invited to stay the course. That is a mic drop. I'm going to end the reading there. Thank you very much for watching. If you liked your reading, please give this video a like. And you can watch, sorry, you know what to do if you don't want to watch me pick up your reading. All right, let's see what we have. Man, my pyramid placement was terrible today, I'll say that much. Give me a second here. And I was confident in it too. This should do. All right, Group A, your card is the Thinker. Very interesting. I'm going to stare at this for a moment. Yeah, I try not to give the surface level readings of cards, but there really isn't much more to go with here. It's Thinker, an angel thinking in the middle of, you know, a desert, and, you know, this is measure twice, cut once, think before you speak, all that great stuff. It's difficult for me to add anything. And in the context of your reading, it should actually be obvious what it adds to it. Group B, your card is the New Moon in Capricorn, Step Up and Lead. Very interesting card, especially depending on the reading that I gave you. That is actually kind of wild. So I would invite you, Group B, to do a little audit to see the extent to which you've been self-erasing, or maybe numbing yourself with distractions. I spoke very directly to one group there. So yeah, coming back to all of Group B, do a quick audit to see if you've been self-erasing or numbing yourself with distractions like social media or whatever. Yeah, Group C, your card is trust. Trust is what I was gonna say. You can't make this stuff up. There's one group in particular that this is your reading. So for the other two who don't know what I'm talking about, I would say to, sometimes when we get nervous is because we fear results that we don't perceive to be within our control. So if you pick this group, I would invite you to, whenever you feel nervous or scared, to say, oh, what thing that I don't think I can control am I scared of? And to just trust that A, you can figure it out, or B, maybe you actually can control it or influence the person who can, or that kind of thing. Yeah, Group D, your card is Choice. This is Mars in Libra. I gotta be honest, there's a lot of Mars action this week. I was expecting different readings, but hey, let me stare at this card. I have the feeling that some of the people who picked this card might Are being invited to get sick and tired of being sick and tired, because the thing with Mars in Libra, that's a very interesting combination. Like, you can't weigh options forever. At some point you got to decide. At some point you got to pick one, you know. And that is kind of the message here. Like, what do you want? And just trust yourself that you've weighed the options enough that you can just pick one, you know? I'm kind of reading this as the Seven of Cups now, but it's really a question of you can't be spending all week weighing options. At some point, you got to pick one. That's a mic drop. I'm going to end everything there. Thank you very much for watching. If you like this video, please give this video a like. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you all have a great week. I'll see you soon.